Everybody, welcome to the Homestead. So what we're going to do today is some do-it-yourself solar tweaking. We have a number of solar equipment that we use around the homestead, and as we've been using it over the years, we've acquired numerous things that may or may not help us in our electricity or in generating our own electricity efforts. And so some of those are before you today, and I'm going to take some batteries that were given to me a couple of years ago by a friend of ours, and I'm going to top off these batteries. These are 12 volt 2 amp hour batteries, lead acid type, but they seem to be sealed type batteries, but they say lead acid type batteries. These were originally used for medical equipment, and I thought I could use these for a number of different tasks maybe in the future, and so my friend gave them to me, and I thought maybe I could probably use these for some ham radio equipment, you know, that I have around here, because most ham radio stuff is all 12 volt DC. And so that's what these are. These are 12 volt batteries, and you can run these in series, maybe tape a number of them together and maybe use them for emergency communication purposes. And so I just want to make sure I keep these batteries topped off, and so that's what we're going to do here today. I have right here a 12 volt solar panel, and I'm going to walk you through how I'm going to go ahead and configure this solar panel to be used to just do a trickle charge or to top off these batteries, and to make sure they're not damaged, and to make sure that we'll make sure they're not damaged, because if they get too low they can be damaged, or if I charge them too much they can be damaged. So I have a multimeter to help me in that, but I'm going to configure this today so that I can top off these batteries and so that I can use them for purposes around the homestead, whatever they may be, at a later date. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I got these connections done. What is going on here is this is the back of the solar panel, and it's coming off with its 2 wires, and I've connected 2 longer wires with these 2 type of connectors on there, and I have one labeled yellow, one labeled blue. Obviously the one coming out of the solar panel is red and the other one coming out is blue. One is positive, one is negative. The red is negative, or sorry, the red is positive. But these wires are both red. I didn't have any black wire to go. Actually, I did have some black wire, but it was too big for this application. So I went ahead and marked them with 2 different tapes, and I'll go ahead and tape these with 2 different color tapes later on. Anyway, this is going to do it for here. All I have to do now is connect these to the batteries and put them out in the sun and allow them to charge. So it's a very simple, easy way to rig this thing up with a little bit of do-it-yourself to get these batteries charged. Okay, I got the multimeter out here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the charge on the battery. It is sitting at, if you can see that, 10.26. That is really low. So now we're going to go ahead and take this, put the panel outside in the sun, and go ahead and see what we can come up with. Okay, so I've got this sitting on my porch on the steps, and it's facing towards the sun. It's kind of a partially sunny, partly cloudy day, and so, but it is getting some sun. Let's go ahead and see if there's any increase in the voltage that we have on the multimeter. Okay, so there's the meter, there's the positive, there's the negative. Wow, look at that. 15.285472. Yeah, so it's definitely, the sun just came out. If you saw that, the sun got brighter. Now it's 17 volts. That's definitely putting a charge on that battery. That's exactly what that battery needs to desulfate. The sulfation on that battery has built up, and it definitely is going to need this kind of a charge to recover. And so we'll go ahead and check this out after a couple of hours and see what it's up to after we've left it out here in the sun a bit. Okay, so we got this back unhooked up from the solar panel. It's been out, the solar panel was out in the sun for about 3 hours or so, and just gave this a charge, and we're gonna go ahead and test it so you can see where it's sitting at now. If you remember, this was sitting at about 9.5 volts or so earlier. So let's go ahead and see what the multimeter says. 13.48 volts. So going from 9 volts to 13.48 volts 4.8 volts. That's pretty good. That's what a fully charged 12-volt battery should look like. And so we're gonna go ahead and do this with the rest of these batteries. I'm sure it'll do just about the same over the next couple of days. We'll get these charged up, put them each in the solar panel, hooked up to the solar panel for a few hours each, and in the sun, and I bet that'll get these things topped off. And I want to keep these in good condition because I think I'm going to be able to use these for some applications down the road for my ham radio. I think using these for one of my ham radios as a base station in the house, I think I can hook these up in series and provide a pretty good battery bank for my ham radio in the house, and allow them to be charged with the solar panel. Just a simple 20-watt solar panel. I think it'll do a pretty good job at keeping these charged up. So, all right, there you go. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to incorporate this charge controller. It's a 30 amp charge controller. You can probably buy these online for 20-30 bucks, I'm not sure. We've had this for a while. It goes for a 12-volt battery, and we decided to go ahead and use this for our array and battery hookup that we can use these alligator clips on. And so I'm going to put in some terminals here so that I can easily connect to the solar panel that we've already hooked up, and then I'm going to be able to use this to charge batteries. Now, anytime you charge a battery, you really need to charge it in stages. Usually there's 3-stage charge controllers out there, or 3-stage chargers out there, so you want to be able to do that in the method that they do it. And now if you just want to charge something real quick and you're going to be able to pay attention to it to make sure that it doesn't overcharge, you can probably hook the solar panel directly up to a battery, but you got to stay on top of it. You can't let it go and just forget about it, because you're gonna kill your battery. There's a saying out there, a friend of mine once told me, it says, most batteries don't die, they're murdered. And that's especially true if you hook up a battery to a solar panel without a charge controller. You'll basically kill it. So these things come in really handy. This is just a simple, cheap one that you can use to make sure the battery is charged in stages and that it stays healthy and you don't overcharge it, and it'll turn itself off when it sees that it's fully charged. So we're going to go ahead and hook up some terminals to this so that I can easily connect to my solar panel and when I need to, and then hook it up to different types of batteries if I need to, even car batteries with these alligator clips. Okay, so there we go. We've got 2 leads that we're going to be able to attach to this charge controller and allow us to connect our solar panel to it. Let's go ahead and screw them in. Okay, so what I got rigged up here now is the leads that go to the solar panel, the 20-watt solar panel that produces about 17 volts. And this here has the same leads that can connect easily with the panel into the charge controller. And then, coming out to the battery, I have 2 alligator clip leads that will easily attach to most batteries. Now, if I'm just going to charge one of these simple 12-volt batteries here, one of these, I'll probably just connect the solar panel directly to the battery and just go ahead and watch carefully the battery over the next 2 or 3 hours and check it with a multimeter to make sure it doesn't overcharge, and just keep an eye on it. I charged one of these yesterday for about 2 or 3 hours in direct sunlight, and it was done. You know, it's perfectly fine now. So, and that was a really low registering battery at right around 9 volts. and it turned out great. So you just got to keep an eye on them. But for vehicles, especially in the wintertime, we have learned on the Homestead that winter is especially hard on batteries, especially vehicle batteries. And so what this could do, during the days we do have sun, we can top off our vehicle batteries, especially the tractor. The tractor seems like every year we've been here so far, every winter we've had to buy a new battery for our tractor. And so winter is just a hard time on batteries. If you go into Walmart, or if you go into, like, you know, some of the the vehicle stores, like the different auto parts stores, you'll see, you know, that so many people bring in batteries during the winter because winter is just hard on batteries and vehicle batteries. So I think it might do us well to go ahead and hook this up to some of our vehicles during some of the times we do have some sunshine during the winter time, and just kind of top off those batteries and make sure they're fully charged according to this charge controller. I think that'll maybe save us some time. We're going to try it and see if it works, but you know, at least this gives us the option. So anyway, there's a 20-watt solar panel that we was just sitting around not doing anything on the Homestead, and we went ahead and put some leads on it, hooked up a charge controller, put some leads onto that, and then attached some alligator clips that we had sitting around, and now we have a pretty good charge controller for any charger for any of our mini 12-volt batteries we have around the Homestead. All right, hope you've enjoyed that video. We'll see you next time on American Homestead. If you enjoyed this video, please click the thumbs up button below the video. It really makes creating these videos worthwhile. If you want to make sure to never miss a new video, be sure to click the subscribe button. Now you can get your homesteading questions answered. Visit us at our contact page on AnAmericanHomestead.com and send us your questions. Maybe we'll pick your question for a future video or article on our website.